If you get to hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. France versus Ireland. This was a complete abomination of France just showing the world, pretty much, not just Ireland. I think the world that they're coming. They're coming, and they're going to take that World Cup. Yes, they're aiming for the Euro Cup. I think that's their objective as well. But I think the biggest one that they have is the World Cup. I think they're going to win the World Cup. I think that's what they're aiming for. Since they missed out on the last one, I think that their mindset is we got to win this. This is, I wouldn't say it's their last chance, because the following one they're still going to have, because they're all young. They're all very young, and they have such an abundant squad of young players. I don't know what's going on in the U20, U17 level, but they have a lot of players that are going to be they're going to be playing for the next 2, maybe 3 World Cups. But I think this next World Cup is the one where everyone's going to be at their best, in their prime. They completely stole the show against Ireland. The scoreboard doesn't say it. If we're being honest, this could have been an 8-9, maybe 10-0. I know I'm exaggerating, but that's what it looked like, because France had, I don't know what, 90% of ball possession. They everybody played well. The only one that I would say kind of underperformed was Mbappe, and just because his standard is so high that when you see him not scoring in a game like this in France, you can't help but say, like, hey, what happened? What's going on? It was just not being able to score, and his game was a little bit off. Sometimes his dribbling wasn't there 100%. He wasn't getting past anyone at will. I did notice that a couple times, not every time, but a couple times he was complaining and whining when he shouldn't have. It kind of looked cheap and childish for him to complain and whine when there was no foul. There wasn't even a push. It was just a slight tap. And even after the play had continued and then there was a foul for Ireland, he went up to the ref and told him, hey, what about that foul there? It's like, bro, like, come on, that wasn't a foul. If I was the ref, I would have given him this like wry little smile and told him, like, dude, come on, you should know better than that. That was not a foul. He didn't play bad. He definitely didn't play bad. Just underperformed just a little bit. And everybody else just played really, really well. I think there was only one intervention, only one save that Mike Maignan had to do, which was a header from, if I'm not mistaken, Eloise, the forward, the guy that came in the second half for Ireland. And that was it. I can't think of anything else he did in this entire game, because they didn't have the ball. They didn't have the ball. And Ireland, I don't think Ireland played horrible. It's just very limited. I heard most of the players are in the championship. Not even the first. Some players I heard Portsmouth, Lufton, maybe. So you can't really. They're not the creme of the creme. They're not in the upper echelons of any league. Yeah, they did what they could. I can't really blame them. They did what they could. I don't think they played horrible or anything. They just played the way I expected them to play. For me, the biggest standouts were Theo Hernandez and Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni played so good in that middle. Besides the goal was sublime. It was a really, really nice goal. A really good setup by Mbappe, but I think the second strike, the one that was saved, a really good save by Ireland's goalkeeper, can't remember his name. Just from outside, just the arrow shot, that powerful shot that he took from outside. I thought that was even better than the first one. I genuinely feel that the first one could have been saved. I thought the goalie could have done better. He had like a lot of bodies, a lot of his defenders in the way, so he couldn't see. He couldn't really see. So that helped Tchouaméni score the goal. There wasn't that much of a curve in that goal. There was some curve, but not enough for me to say you can beat the goalie with that. It was just he was in position well, and I guess he was waiting for Mbappe and the whole mess of bodies that were cutting off his line of vision. The second one was so much better. It was so powerful, and that should have been a goal, but there was nobody there blocking him, and so he had a better view of where the ball was going to go. Really good save and strike from Tchouaméni. To think that they have Kamavinga as well. That bench looked insane too. Coman, which came in, Kula Muani, that didn't play. I prefer him over, what's his name, Thuram. I don't like Thuram. He's the only one that I would say, it's not working out for me. Yeah, he's not working out. He still has a long way to go. Maybe for another team, I'd consider him a good player. I feel like he's like an under 20 player, and he's 26. That's crazy. I thought he was younger than Mbappe, younger than most of them, but he's up there. He's still young, but I didn't think he was 26. He's the only one that I would say like he's kind of like I wouldn't even say a weak point, because France with this squad, they don't have a weak point. Every position has an equally well-talented player behind them. So if someone gets injured, they have the next guy that's going to be able to pull off the job easily, without any hiccups, without any worries. Theo Hernandez, I thought, did a really, really good job. I mean, every ball that came from the left flank, every ball was almost 100% success rate. you know, with the center, with the passing, and the pace. I keep saying this, like the pace on this guy. I did not expect him to have pace. I'm still kind of blown away sometimes when I see him run and he's getting past defenders, not with ease, but he gets past them. I'm just not expecting that from him for some reason. I'm not expecting that. Maybe because he's white, like maybe because of that. But yeah, he's got some pace behind. It was funny because when he replaced his brother in the World Cup, you immediately could see he was like a poor man's version of his brother, and he made a couple of mistakes at the beginning. But after that, he stepped in the shoes of his big brother, and he's done a phenomenal job. You know, both for club and country. I think he's done a really good job. Dembele also played really well. I mean, he did whatever he wanted on that right flank. It was just so easy for him, controlling the tempo and just going from left to right at will, doing whatever he wanted with the ball, just, you know, dragging it, chipping it upwards, a little nutmeg. He just needed his goal. And then Coman coming in, I don't know if I can say he did better than him, because Dembele already did amazingly the first half. Coman came in, and again, the same thing. It was just like a copy and paste. You know, really, really good. Everybody played really good in this game. I think they're playing against Netherlands the next time. I'm not sure if it's the Netherlands or Germany. I heard some people say Germany, but I didn't see nothing online that they were going to play Germany, just the Netherlands. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, that game. When I want to see them play against a bigger team. I can't say if Germany right now, because Germany are struggling, but the Netherlands, they looked pretty good. They looked okay. But they're going after that Euro Cup and the World Cup. You know, I know the World Cup's a little bit, you know, beyond us, but they're coming. They're gunning for that World Cup for sure. And I can't think of anyone else that's going to stand in their way. Anyhow, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Tschüss.